DJ Icewater.
What's up? This is DJ Icewater. I didn't really learn anything in recording school. I learned most of what I know working with him in the studio, and how he likes to do things, how he likes to record is very, very intense, because he's really meticulous about getting the perfect take and getting the perfect performance. Like, we'll spend a day recording a verse, get it all right, get it perfectly how we want it, and the next day we'll come back and he'll tell me he didn't like the song, he didn't like those takes, and we'll do it all again, and then he'll do it in one take. You know, so we'll spend 8 hours on a song, only to have to do it again, and he'll knock it out in 30 minutes, you know? It's just his process is different. You know, that's how it was the early days when I was working on Later That Day. Learning that, because the other artists I used to work with, it would just be like, you know, record the verse, done, next verse, done. You know, we'd record a song in 20 minutes, you know? But with LB, it was a lot different, because he really tries to do every kind of alternative you can, you know, try every idea and see if it works. If it doesn't work, we don't use it. We'll have to try everything before we can call a song finished, you know, and he'll even go back, after a song is mixed, he'll go back and add stuff. There's a lot of depth to each of his songs, you know. It's not a drum beat and a rapper. It's a lot of different instruments, a lot of different vocal parts, a lot of different vocalists a lot of times, you know, contributing to a finished song. And he was the first artist I saw really approach music, you know, that way. It's definitely evolved from Later That Day, which is mainly like that was all like sample based. I think he made that on MPC, you know, and then we moved on to the next album. It was all live musicians for the most part, you know, being recorded and then assembled and arranged in Pro Tools, you know, and I don't think we really used any kind of sampler at all. It was all done in the computer using, we would use samples, but they would be replayed and even interpolated to where it wasn't even like we were replaying the sample directly, but it was like using that sample as inspiration to create something completely original. We would listen to a lot of music of different artists, like, and just like not necessarily sample them or copy what they're doing, but use that sound and that feel that they had in their song, and use that as kind of like inspiration to create songs on the new album. Hip hop is becoming very like synthetic to me, you know, and to hear him bring in live musicians in a way, and also, you know, but also give them space to sound like they're live musicians, as opposed to just kind of like taking someone and you know, looping them, just really, you know, looping little parts of them over and over again, like you would in an MPC anyway. He would really be pay close attention to how it was arranged, and you know, it isn't just an 8-bar loop for 3 minutes, you know. It's that, but then there's little fills and different arrangements. The hook is different than the verse, you know, and it's just done. It's done in a way that yeah, it makes it sound less repetitive and more like more dynamic, which to me is and has always kind of been lacking in hip hop, because hip hop is really like, you know, it's really just an outgrowth of like disco music, where they just took loops and extended them forever. You know, it was really for people so like the b-boys could dance or whatever. But to bring that kind of more live element, you know, kind of where there's a lot more changes in the music and a lot more parts in the music, is something I know he focuses on a lot, and it makes his music stand out. You know, like you wouldn't even compare it to other hip hop, really. You know, compare it to all music, just because of the way it's arranged and the amount of care that goes into each of the tracks.